All right, go ahead and read it out loud.
Okay, let me move this. Humanitarian considerations aside, sheer economics dictates that country X should institute, as country Y has done, a nationwide system of air and ground transportation for conveying seriously injured persons to specialized trauma centers, timely access to the kind of medical care that only specialized centers can provide could save the lives of many people. The earnings of these people would result in substantial increase in country X's gross national product, and the taxes paid on those earnings would substantially augment government revenues.
I have no idea what this means. Do you?
No, I had to read it a couple of times, but
All right, so I'm going to read it how I would read it, all right?
okay.
How slow I read. Humanitarian considerations aside. All right, so we're not thinking about people. Sheer economics dictates, so our money dictates that country X should institute, as country Y has done, a nationwide of air and ground transportation for conveying or for hauling seriously injured people to specialized trauma centers. Okay, so we're not even thinking about like the humanitarian benefits of having this system. Our economics say that we should do this, right?
Yeah.
Timely access to the kind of medical care that only specialized centers can provide could save the lives of many people. I'm like, all right, well, could is very weakly worded. Like, I could do a lot of things. The earnings of these people would result in a substantial increase in country X gross national product, and the taxes paid on those earnings would substantially augment government revenues. All right, what is our conclusion?
That taxes paid on the earnings would augment government revenues.
No, that is our support for what? Why do we say that? Are we trying to argue that the taxes are going to increase? Just so that we can share that, hey, I'm telling you, taxes are going to increase if this happens. Like, why do we care?
Yeah. You said, why do we care about it?
Yeah, like, why does the author include this? Just to tell us that if this happens, the
Oh,
taxes.
I guess so that because it'll boost the economy also.
Why, though? What are we trying to prove?
About the gross national product.
No, we're trying to prove that we should institute this thing,
Oh,
right?
yeah. I mean,
Do you agree?
yeah, I do. I just didn't think that was the conclusion. I thought that was just
You
kind
thought
of
it
a
was just
given.
common knowledge that we should spend all this money on something?
Yeah, I
It was
did.
just widely accepted. They must have done a really good job arguing because you're like, okay, they have me sold.
Yeah.
What does
Um.
this conclusion depend upon?
Okay, so I said E.
Most, which already I'm cautious. I'm like, you went strong on a necessary assumption. Most people seriously injured in automobile accidents in country X do not now receive treatment in specialized trauma centers. Does that have to be true that most people seriously
I
injured?
thought it did because I was thinking like if it was wait, I was thinking like if they already did receive treatment in the trauma centers, then the GMP would have already been up. That's what I was thinking.
Most people seriously injured in automobile accidents in country X do not now receive treatment in specialized trauma centers. But are we trying to say that we're not trying to build trauma centers.
Yeah. So
We're trying to say that we need this nationwide system of transportation. So maybe a lot of people are currently being treated in these specialized trauma centers, but they're not getting there fast enough or making it.
okay. It's D. I'm understanding it a little bit better. When I
Right.
was reading the second part where it says the earnings of these people would result in the increase and everything, I was thinking of it as the earnings from the workers.
There would be a net increase in employment if more people survived. Yeah, that has to be true, right? Because that's how they're literally saying like we should do this because more people will live and therefore will get their tax money from their jobs.
Yeah. So yeah, it's D. Um,
Because humanitarian considerations aside.
yeah. Um,